Class, your time is officially up. Test papers down. Let me remind you that you will be graded to market expectations on a curve, and your results will be posted publicly to separate the top prospects from the disappointments. Looking back on the past quarter, it's certainly been a challenging working environment for pretty much every single one of you. I have to say, though, I had high hopes for defensive plays, and recently you've been failing to deliver on those expected stable earnings. I'm talking about you, China Mobile. You know, you might have 680 million subscribers, but how many of them are actually on 3G? Let me tell the rest of the class how many. 1 out of 10. And its average revenue is so weak right now, at least its buddy China Unicom is pushing subsidies down with cheaper handsets. And don't even get me started on consumer staples. When times are tough, people are meant to go out, drink their beer, eat their meat. So why are you as a sector struggling so much? Profit at the top instant noodle maker, for example, was down 15% versus the street's expectations. But I guess that's what the market saw coming. You've been the worst performer in the last month, losing nearly 6%. I mean, that is just bad, man. But also trailing the rest of the class, financials, don't you smirk over there. Bank of China, for one, you've been treading water in the past quarter. Erwin Saft of BNP was telling me he wants to believe in you, but why should he?
And I think the big debate now is, what do you do with the banks? If growth is going to turn before the end of the year, you probably want to be at least neutral weight, if not overweight, the Chinese banks.
To be fair, one of the reasons people have been down on financials is because you do have those property names lumped in there. And, okay, fine, some of the results have been pretty decent. China Overseas Land, for one, doing pretty good. But that July spurt in China new home prices got everyone worried. Beijing might just run back in here with new curbs and taxes, which would, of course, make it really hard to put up good numbers in the second half. Last on the list, though, I would be remiss not to bring up the energy names. I'm sorry, CNOOC, but let's face it, you blew it. Your earnings were down 20% for the quarter. That's twice as bad as anybody expected. Fenchuk Wan of Credit Suisse was telling me that she expects energy to pick up in the second half, and we better hope so if we're going to see some good results from you.
The recent rebound in global oil price should provide support for CNOOC's share price performance. Within the oil sector, in fact, our top pick would be PetroChina because PetroChina offers more attractive valuation appeal.
And I do hope for your sake that she's right, energy names. But look, overall, you're a great class, guys. We really do believe in the China investment story. We just want to see you hit the books a little harder in the second half. And for those who continue to lag behind and not make the grade, well, we're going to have a long and serious discussion about your position in future asset allocation portfolios. Class dismissed.